Superman is the first film to kick off the brand new DCEU, directed by James Gunn, starring the likes of David Corenswet, Rachel Brosnahan, Nicholas Hoult, just to name a few. And this was my most anticipated film of the year, and that's coming from someone who is, I mean, I'm just going to say it like it is. I am a Marvel stan. I absolutely love the MCU. I've done millions, not millions, but you get the point. Tens of videos surrounding the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And this was still my most anticipated film of the year over the likes of Fantastic Four. And I'm very happy to say that this film did, in fact, live up to the hype. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back into another review. If you like reviews like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We've got new reviews coming out every single week around the biggest movies releasing throughout the year. So I'm just going to keep it 100 with you. I gave this a 91 out of 100. I really enjoyed what I saw out of Superman. Now, is it the 99 out of 100 greatest superhero movie I've ever seen in my entire life? No, but that's okay because you are just trying to you're trying to start the groundwork of this brand new universe. You're trying to bring people in to this universe, lay the groundwork, have the exposition and world building, while also making it its own, contained story. And I thought that James Gunn did a really good job with that. Let's just start off with my favorite part of this movie, which is the performances. I think that, I'm just going to say it. I think that Nicholas Hoult is the MVP of this movie. I think him as Lex Luthor was phenomenal. Everything I could have ever hoped for and more. And I'm very excited to see him in the future and see what stories they can cook up for Lex Luthor in the future. But by far, he is the best part of this movie, in my opinion. I thought that his performance was just phenomenal. You could tell he's having the time of his life. You could tell he's putting his all into the role, and I really liked that. Would I have liked to see him as Superman? Yeah, sure. But honestly, I think he was meant to play Lex all the more. David Corenswet, picture perfect Superman. He is Superman. He is Clark Kent. He is absolutely the perfect casting for this. He has a gravitas to him, a naivete to him, a pureness to him that felt very authentic. And he is Superman. Like there's no other way to say it. I mean, you knew that seeing the first photos of him in the suit. You're like, okay, this guy's Superman. But he really is, and he brought such a great layered performance to this. This is a film about identity and searching for your purpose, and all of that. And I thought that he brought really great layers to that, and I absolutely loved it. I think Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane was also really good. I think her and David Corenswet had awesome chemistry, and much like Nicholas Hoult, I'm very excited to see what she does in the future as well. The rest of the cast is also fantastic. I'm not going to name everyone by names, but the supporting cast is all really great as well. I did want to give a quick shout out though to Edi Gathegi. I apologize if I mispronounce his name. But he played Mr. Terrific in this and was one of my favorite parts of this movie. He was so funny and had some really great one-liners while also just giving a really good performance. I thought that he was a standout overall. It's a highly entertaining movie and one that at first was actually very jarring to me. The editing is incredibly frenetic. It comes off kind of like an episodic television series with its own, different, small acts throughout the movie. And I didn't know at first how I felt about that. I felt a little conflicted. I'm like, this is all over the place. What is going on here? But I read a review, and I wish I remember who said it so I could give them credit. This is not an original thought. This is a thought that someone else had. I wish I remembered who it was. But they basically said, watching this movie is like watching a comic book on screen. And I could not agree more. After I heard that kind of flipped a switch in my brain because I was a little, not really sure how I felt about the movie. The editing was a little kind of off for me, and the storytelling felt a little off. But when I heard that, I said, oh, yes, that's what this is. This is like you are watching a comic book play out on screen. And James Gunn did that to perfection. It's got everything you could hope for from a comic book movie. It's got the lighthearted nature. It's got the funny jokes. It's got the tense action. It's got everything you can want, and a message that resonates with a lot of people. Like, it's got all of the makings of literally ripping a comic book and making it a movie. And that's something very special, something I don't think we've truly ever seen in the comic book genre. This was, as I like to say, a breath of fresh air for the comic book movie genre. And I thought that James Gunn absolutely killed it. I thought that his direction, you could tell that his heart and soul and passion was behind him. And you could tell by the delicateness of the direction that he wanted to make this genuine comic book experience play out in real life. And I really, really liked that about this film. It again, at first it was jarring to me, and it'll be jarring to other people as well. But once I got that point of view, it completely opened my mind to that thought of, oh, wow, yeah, this is like a comic book playing out on screen. The emotion in this movie is good. I wouldn't say it's the best. I do think that there are moments that could have breathed a little, could have went out a little bit more, especially when he's talking to Pa Kent on the I guess the little bench they got outside their house. That was a really heartfelt, very emotional moment that did not get enough screen time. And I did think, and this is probably one of my biggest issues, James Gunn did fall a little bit into his James Gunn-isms. And there was moments here where I felt like the comedy probably was a little too much. There were tense or emotional moments that were broken with jokes. And I can forgive that for a little bit, but when it happens constantly, it does get a little old, a little fast. Now, again, it's like watching a comic book, so you're going to have a lot of those moments. And I get that, and I respect that, and that did not fully ruin the movie for me. I'm going to be completely honest. Like, there was a lot of times where I was laughing out loud at this movie, but then there were times when you had those emotional strings moving and you were pulling on the heartstrings, and then you kind of backdoored in a joke, and it kind of ruin those moments. That's not going to ruin the movie for me, and I think a lot of people will enjoy those moments, but for me, just in my critical eye, there were a few instances where I was like, I don't think we needed a joke there overall. The technical here is really good. The suits, the costumes, everything look fantastic. I really like the set design as well. The visual effects look absolutely stunning. Like, this film looks great from a technical perspective from top to bottom. There was a lot of care put into this movie. There was a lot of love and passion put into this movie, and you can tell from the performances to the direction to all the crew members, all the technical, everyone involved, they truly cared about this movie. And I really like that. I respect that. I respect when you can feel the authenticity behind a movie. I respect when you can see the heart and soul behind a movie, because there's a lot of lifeless movies out there. There are. We know this. There's a lot of lifeless movies out there. This movie is full of life. It's full of heart. It's full of soul. And it's just a damn good time at the theater. From the very start, I was smiling from ear to ear. Moments that were a little jarring to me, a few jokes that didn't land and kind of broke up some of the tension. But at the end of the day, this is as pure of a superhero movie as you're going to find. And it is anchored by incredible performances, really great direction, and fantastic technical elements as well. I'm very happy I enjoyed this because there was a lot of reviews bashing it. There were a lot of reviews praising it. I did not know what the pulse of the nation was around this. And I'm very, very happy to say that I am one of the people that really enjoyed it. I want to say one thing real quick before I get out of here, because that's kind of where I'm going to wrap up the review. I don't really have much more to say. I think you should go watch it yourself. Yeah, this film gained some controversy because James Gunn said it was an immigrant story, which Superman's an alien, so duh. But I'm going to just say this because I know on my short I had someone say in all caps yelling at me like there's some badass, I walked out of the movie. If you don't want to watch the movie because you think that Superman's gone woke or the DC's gone woke or movies gone woke, I would implore you to just go watch the movie and see for yourself. Don't let the opinions of others decide for you. I think that's the beautiful thing about being human, is that we get to make our own choices. So don't let the few bad comments dissuade you from going and watching a movie. Because I think when you walk out, you will see that a lot of those criticisms are wrong. And I'm just going to say, I've seen people on Twitter who, may have thought those things, coming out and saying, oh yeah, no, it's not. It's not that at all. So I'm just going to say, if you are adamantly not going to watch this movie because of some opinions of some others, I would just tell you, don't let those others sway your opinion. Go watch the movie on your own. Make your own opinion. Make your own opinion. That's the great thing about movies. They're subjective. You make your own opinion, and then you get on with your day. That's where I'm going to end it, guys. I want to thank you all so much for taking the time to watch this review. I really enjoyed this movie. It was my most anticipated of the year, and I'm so glad I get to talk about it with you guys here on the channel. If you love movies as much as I do, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We have reviews coming out every single week, and we got a lot of reviews coming out. There's Fantastic Four in a few weeks, Eddington next week, which I'm very excited about. A lot of really great reviews coming in the near future. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you follow me on social media. Do all the things you do on YouTube. Like it, comment it, do it all. Let me know down below in the comments as well, what did you think of Superman? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know why. And that's it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. And until next time, we'll see you in the next video.